my amazing peoples, and welcome to my 2 cents. Today, I wanted to talk about something very important to me, and that would be censorship. During the past few years, social media has been a prominent addition to most people's lives, and it's added to our mental state. But recently, there has been a lot of censorship, and it makes me disappointed for those who tend to get information on social media. So, let's first start with what is censorship and why is it important? Censorship is the suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, film, news, etc. that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security. This is according to Oxford Languages. Now, censorship is important because it limits exposure to certain content. However, it can be very dangerous because it can allow corporations to distort the truth while blocking any information that would show the truth. I would like to point out that I am all for censorship in order to protect children, in order to ban hate speech, and to stop terrorists. But it has to be consistent and it has to also follow the First Amendment. Speaking of the First Amendment, most people do not know the First Amendment in its entirety. The First Amendment says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. When most summarize this, they just think about the freedom of speech, religion, and the right to peacefully protest. Now, I want us to go back to censorship and how it relates to the First Amendment. The Supreme Court said back in 1972 that the government has no power to restrict expression because of its message, its ideas, its subject matter, or its content. That way, the government wants us to think that they are not restricting us, but nowadays they try to control the media and the internet. Recently, Trump had his Twitter account removed, but I didn't see this as a victory because when they shut down the account, they removed the threats that the people put on his page, and it limits the amount of information we could have gotten off of his account. Don't get me wrong, I understand that the government doesn't own Twitter. However, they have a lot to say when it comes to what the public is exposed to. I also understand that Trump encouraged the insurgents that occurred January 6, 2021, which will have consequences for him, and rightfully so. However, it is very scary that they can ban Trump, who is technically, as of right now, the United States president. The fact that they had waited till now to ban him is odd, since Trump has been problematic for the past 4 years. And if they can erase Trump from social media, they can erase anyone they want from social media. I have noticed that on the internet news articles, they no longer have a public comment section. Even some YouTube news programs disabled the comment section. This is done to limit our interactions with one another and to avoid being corrected by the public for false information that is given by the media. In my opinion, this type of censorship invites dictatorship and persecution in the long run. Alright, my amazing peoples, this is a snippet on censorship in social media, and I will do a part 2 soon. Thank you so much for listening, and please leave a comment because unlike most people, I actually do like having a comment section, and I would love to hear what you guys think about what is going on right now in terms of censorship in social media. Thank you so much for listening again, and you guys have a great evening.